Praise! Praise! Beat! Look who's out here re-upping their sub like some kind of hero. Good morrow. What's up? I can hydrate. Here comes Flynn. He's gonna probably step on the foot pedal. Oh no, he stopped short of it this time. Hold on. God, water's delicious. All right, that's done. Let's. Okay, we know what needs to happen. We know what has to happen before I'm allowed to do literally anything else at this point, because you all made this happen. You all have trained this dog.
Hey, what? Wait. Look who just subscribed.
To expect a treat whenever I start talking at my desk. So we're going to give him a treato, and then we're going to... Alex Does Voices, thank you so much for the sub. And also Doc Pop-Tart, resubbed 2 months. Thank you so much. Let's do a treato, and then we'll say hellos, and then we'll get to it. Oh, he is harumphing at me. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, my auxiliary cam is facing the wall. That just won't do. Hold on. Okay, let me just go ahead and get this on the screen. Perfect. Okay. There we go. This is the stream now. Okay. You want a treat? Does this dog want a treat? Is that the face of a dog that wants a treat? I can't tell. Hey, chat, can we get a reading? Someone who's good with dogs. Can you let me know if this is the face of a dog that wants a treat? I can't tell. I'm not sure if he wants one or not. He might not want one. He probably doesn't want one. I think you know what? I think he's probably fine. He probably doesn't need a treat.
Darlings, for an elder.
Sky 11 TK, 14 months. An elder. What's up? All right. Okay. I'll give him a treat. All right. You want a treat? Here. Today my socks have grilled cheese on them, by the way, so that's good. If anybody needed advice for what to have for lunch, grilled cheese is the answer. All right. He's a good boy. We'll see if that takes, you know, we'll see. We've administered the medicine. We'll see if that fixes the issue of having a harumphing dog, you know? This animal's so goddamn spoiled, it's absurd. How's everybody doing? Did I do my intro yet? I don't think so. My name is Endeavorance. It is Thursday. I know it's March. I know 7th? 6th. I was doing so well for a while there of knowing what day it was. And then that just flat out stopped.
That's okay. Okay. That's a lot of subscriptions that you just gifted. So everyone go thank the person whose name is on the screen right now. And thank you.
I'm too tired for this shit, Sky. What? 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 I'm gonna drink water about that. Hold on.
Praise.
Holy shit. Thank you, Sky. And congratulations to everybody who just got a gifted sub. Thank you. Wow. I truly do not have the cognitive capacity to react in a meaningful way. But thank you. That's thank you. God damn. hopefully no more Flesh Cowboy hat head ads. I have no idea what that is, and I'm so sorry, y'all. If I could completely turn off ads, I would, but I can't. Like, there is not a control for me to be able to do that. The only real solution that I have is if I manually play ads, that disables pre-roll ads for a while. So in theory, I guess I could start starting my stream, running the ads, and then pushing out the notification so that people come in after the ads are already done playing. And at least the first people who are joining won't be hit with ads then. I don't know. It's annoying. Merch ads, I don't have control over what gets shown. Like, it's a function of the Twitch platform, right? So it's a function of Twitch schedules the ads, they choose what gets shown where, and the only real options that streamers have are pre-roll ads or mid-roll ads, and you can't have neither. So I'd rather do pre-roll because then you're not getting random ads in the middle of me talking. Function of surveillance capital. Yeah, it is disgusting how much of our lives are just completely plagued with advertisements. I remember a few years ago, I was out in San Francisco for a work trip, and I was chatting with some of my coworkers about how it would be to remove or otherwise hide every logo in my house. Right? Imagine, think about, just start thinking about the objects in your house. Think about the items in your house and think about how many of them are branded. How many of those logos you see every day. Think about the soap in your shower. Think about the pan that you use to cook. Is there a logo on the, imprinted on the steel? Think about just any appliance is going to have an emblem. Your car has a logo, has logos on the back, on the steering wheel. Your soap has logos imprinted on it, on the bar or on the bottle. It is the Lego name on every single Lego piece. Yeah. Imagine what it would take, first of all, to de-logoify your entire living space. And then think about what that would be like for just every object to just be the object that it is and not an advertisement. Because logos are just an advertisement. You paid for the object, but they slapped a sticker on there regardless. I mean, I could understand brand, I get branding, right? I get it. But if it's a mass manufactured product, I don't think it should matter. This guy says, also I have some potential big news. I applied for a manager role at Amazon. This would be my second promotion in 7-ish months. Well, good luck. Get that bag. Get that promo. I think I got promoted. Yeah, I got promoted once in my career. And it was after I was way overqualified and basically demanded the promotion. And otherwise, I think I only got new ranks through applying to other companies. I don't think I've ever been promoted twice in one company. Logos for Chinese Amazon products, except they're not unique at all. Yeah, so if it's a matter of quite literally imprinting, if you got something from a metal worker and they had a brand that they imprinted into it somewhere, cool. That actually has meaning and value, I think, because it's an artisan. But I don't need more Samsung logos in my house, And my TV has an LG logo on the front of it, and when you turn it on, it has a big LG logo, as a splash screen. It's just everywhere, and I wonder how much that has just poisoned our brains, because that's all just ambiently conditioning us to accept commercial intrusion into essentially every part of our life. So good morning, welcome to the stream. We're talking about the insanity of capitalism. Oh my god, I slept like trash last night, so I'm gonna be a little loopy today. I'm gonna warn you right now. I made a big miscalculation on timing my sleep journey, and then I did the thing where I woke up at like 1 in the morning, and then I was like, I should like get up, stretch or something, like get back to sleep or whatever. And I like check my phone, it's 1 in the morning. I roll over, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna like rest for a second and then I'll get up and like use the restroom or whatever. And I look at my phone and it's 4 in the morning. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. Did I sleep? Was I asleep? Was I asleep or did I just close my eyes longer than I thought that I was closing them? Why? And so I don't really know how much I slept last night. But we're going off of vibes, and the vibes say I slept like shit. The Kirkin73, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hate that waking sleep thing. Yeah, I've had that a bunch of times in a row recently. I've just like friggin' hours pass, and I don't know if I was asleep or not, which sucks because if you don't know if you were asleep, you probably weren't getting good sleep, right? Like, I would know if I woke up and I was like, oh man, okay, whoo, I just like woke up from a deep sleep. No, it's like I wake up and I'm like, what year is it? It's like napping at night, and that's not what you want to be doing at night. Hopefully you didn't wake yourself up by sneezing. Is that what you did? Because no, that was not, I start sneezing like crazy once I'm up. I'm allergic to productivity. I've mentioned this before, but I think I am legitimately allergic to being productive. And that doesn't mean that I can't be productive. It means whenever I start my day, the moment that I start doing something meaningful, I have a sneezing fit. It's just scheduled, and it doesn't matter what time of year, where I am. This has happened everywhere I've ever traveled to at all times of the year. I wake up, I chill for a bit. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start working on something. My entire face just starts becoming a faucet, and I am sneezing constantly. I don't know why. But maybe I should just listen to my body and never do anything instead. That seems healthy. They say listen to your body. My body clearly wants me to just vibe. Also, sleep is funny. I get too much and feel blah. I get not enough and feel good. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll like not sleep very well. Like I won't get a lot of sleep, but then I'll feel pretty okay the next day. And then I hit a wall. This is one of those days where it's like, I don't think I'm going to reach 100% awake today. You know, like I've woken up, I've had coffee, I took my medication, but it just feels like I hit a ceiling, and it feels like I can't get past like 80% or like 70%. So it is what it is. Just meditate all day. If by meditate you mean sleep. Caf or decaf coffee? Caffeinated. Yeah, I had my allotment this morning, but that's it. More like expectorant. Girl named Corey says my weighted blanket has changed my sleep. Life changer. Absolutely, yeah. I have a 4-blanket system, right? So I've got my top sheet, which is sometimes cooling, which is helpful. Then I've got a very just like hyper soft blankie. I don't know what else to call it. It's not a comforter. It's just a blanket, and it's super soft, very fuzzy. And then I've got a comforter, but it's not a particularly heavy comforter, but it's a comforter. And then on the top, I've got that adjustable layer, right? That weighted blanket. And that just goes over top of everything. So that compresses the lower 3 layers down around me and sort of like uniburritoizes? Is that a term? Uniburrito? It's like, you know, I'm not full burrito. It's just like a single piece of the burrito. The top part of the burrito is automatically handled for me. And what I'm finding is that I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, all right, I actually don't want this anymore. And I'll like throw off the weighted blanket because they're really, really great. But I also sometimes feel like it is compressing my chest and making it hard to breathe while I'm asleep. And so I wake up and I'm like, that sleep apnea. Shout out to all the blanket systems out there. You gotta have a solid blanket system. If you're gonna be out here getting that beauty sleep, right? If you want to be beautiful, like this, right? This is the platonic ideal of beauty sleep, right? This is the prototype of beauty sleep. If you want to be like that and you're not a dog, you gotta have a blanket system, right? You just gotta. Can we get the dog cam? Can we get the dog zoom? Let's see. That's the butt. That's just the butt. Where's the rest of the dog? Wait. Okay, but that's just the head. Where's the butt? All right. All right. Let's expand slightly. Cool. Got the dog in there. Oh no, we clipped the tail. Hold on. We can't clip the tail. The tail is the most important part. There it is. Okay. I'm not about to deprive y'all of the tail. The tail is the most important part. Say no to tail cropping. I don't understand why people do that. Expand dog butt. Oh, he's like whole ass snoring right now. He is actually snoring right now. Pyrexium says, want a weighted blanket, but I get warm because cats. Find a cooling blanket instead, and if I do get cold, I throw on more blankets. Why wouldn't you just throw on more cats if you got cold? That seems like the obvious choice. Nervous Spicy says, my blanket system is a Buffy comforter with my dog snuggled up next to me is peak coziness. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. From snoot to tail. I usually, so Sky, whenever he's like perfectly curled up, right? Whenever he's a perfect cinnamon bun, and he'll like do the thing where he'll put his snoot under his tail, so like warm his nose or whatever. That's what I refer to as snoot to tail. Look at that golden brown croissant. More cats is the answer. I am not a cat guy, not because I don't like cats, but because I'm just not, like I haven't grown up in a cat having family. When I was a young warthog, I was attacked by my family cat at the time. I barely remember it. I remember that I was like trying to get to the cat who was hiding behind my parents' bed, and the cat like scratched at me. So my parents got rid of that cat, and we never had cats again. I like cats. I just haven't lived with them. And so whenever I was again, still a young warthog, and I was sleeping over at a friend's house who had a bunch of cats, I didn't understand what to expect. Like I didn't know what to expect from sleeping in a house that has cats. I don't know how you do it. I straight up don't know how people sleep when there are cats around, because they are a fucking menace. They like wait until you're right about to fall asleep, and then they just pounce from a dark corner of the room that you didn't know existed directly onto your face. And don't even think about shutting the door, because they're just gonna scratch and meow all night. That is their emotional support jumping out of a corner of the room onto your face. They need it. And you just have to deal with it. This guy says, I have 9? Do you have like a bodyguard while you sleep? Do you just have somebody with a tennis racket batting cats away from you? I always close the cats out of my room. How? How do they not just open the door? How do they not just work together and figure out how to open the door? Kitties are cuddly as fuck. They rest all day for it. Yeah, they rest, they plot, they scan all day long, checking your room for a corner that you weren't prepared for. And they hide in that corner and wait until you are nice and cozy in bed, and then they attack. I will say though, cats lapping up milk out of a saucer, that's pretty good shit. We have little cat doors on all the main doors in our house. That's actually really cute. I think that the only cat that I spent an extended period of time like sharing a domicile with, I don't know why I didn't just say like living with, was I would stay at my grandparents' place for like weeks to a month at a time in the summers, and they had they lived in like the middle of quite literally nowhere in Georgia. It was like they bought up a plot in like the poorest county in the country because they just wanted to like get away from everything. and just be in seclusion because they were artists and they were like that. So we'd be in the middle of like dense forested mountain with nothing around except for like wildlife and bears. And my grandmother found a stray cat that, you know, either she adopted or the cat adopted her. I don't know which direction it really went. And adorably, she named the cat Oliver because stray cat, Oliver Twist, sort of orphan on the street sort of thing. And Oliver was a wonderful cat. That cat was so sweet, loved people, did the rubby up against you thing constantly. You know, would love to just sit and purr, but was a outdoor forest mountain cat through and through. So in addition to purring and rubbing on you and being a sweetheart, he would also bring constant presents for my grandma. So she would be like coming to bed and there's just a dead rat on her pillow. And the cat's like, yeah, that one's for you. I'll get the next one. Or there's like at one point they heard a weird noise in their garage, and they had like the cat hole thing, but it had like a flap, you know, because it went to the outdoors. And so they heard a weird noise coming from their garage, and they go and check it out. And this cat is trying to drag a full python through the cat door, and it's stuck on the flap. So this cat killed and dragged a python into their house, but couldn't get it through the cat door, and was like, no! So, yeah, was a bit of a brute. And ultimately, I believe one day the cat just like didn't come home, I think, and like probably got mauled by a bear. I don't exactly know. Her current cat, if I can find a picture. Oh man, actually, let me see if I can find a picture real quick, because her current cat is the most, I mean this in the, I don't know how else to say this. It is the most beautiful animal I've ever seen. I like, it is, I have not seen a prettier animal than her current cat. It is wild. What month is December in? Because I think that's when I saw them last. I will have to find that later. Actually, oh wait, I can just search, right? I can search cat.
Hello.
That should work. It does work. Okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Hold on. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. Share to. What am I sharing to? What do I share to? Nope. There. Then. This is taking so much effort. Okay, picture acquired. Now, I just need to get the picture onto the stream. Okay, I can do that. Copy. Paste. I said paste! Sir? Okay. We got it. Look at this cat. And tell me that is not the, like, most gorgeous animal. Look at those eyes. It is out of control. Hey, I'm wearing the same thing as I was wearing in that picture. Hey. Her name is Misty Blue. And she is just very, very sweet, insanely soft, and gorgeous. And then they have like this tiny little scruffy dog. It's very sweet. Of course, that's her name. Yeah, Misty Blue. I would snuggle that baby forever. She's a little independent, but she also does like to lay in the lap and purr if you get on her good side. But yeah, I'm really glad I was able to get the like straight on picture of her eyes because they are out of control. Like, look at the texture. Can we enhance? Can we enhance further? Look at the texture on the eyes. I don't know if that's coming through throughout all the stream compression, but that's absurd. Legitimately doesn't look real. Yeah. Can I expand further? Can we zoom? Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Whack. I don't know how you get that. I've never seen that before. Anyway, AI cat. It really does seem like an AI cat. Yeah. I mean, Flynn is obviously the bestest animal in the world, right? Like Flynn is the greatest goober in the world. But if I had to say most prettiest, that would probably go to Misty Blue. That's how I feel about my kitten's eyes. She's black with gold eyes and the same texture. Yeah, it's cats do have them good eyes. Also huskies. I mean, like husky eyes. Oh my god. London Face says, "Hey y'all, I'm here, but I'm lurking because Marvel Rivals exists." I still haven't played that game. I should probably play that game. I'm just floating in the in-between space. You know where you like when you have that game for years. I'm talking about Destiny 2 right now. When you have that game, right? That game that's like, I know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to play the game that I play. And then that game that you play is still Destiny 2 and it's 2025. And Destiny 2 in 2025 is not a good use of your time. And so it's like, now what do I do? Like, do I really want to, like, I'm still getting over the emotional turmoil, right? It's like, I had a breakup. Am I ready for a rebound game? I don't think so. Like I've been flirting with gaming again, right? Like I've been playing a lot of like non-committal games. Been playing a lot of Balatro. I've been playing a lot of like Vampire Survivors, things that I can jump, arcade style games, because I'm scared, right? I don't know if I have to be ready for the right one, you know? There's a lot of fish in the sea right now. Monster Hunter just came out. I've never really touched those games. I played Dauntless, which was a shitty version of Monster Hunter. But people want to play that, you know? Maybe I should get into that. Maybe I should finally try Final Fantasy 14 for realsies. I don't know, but all I know is that it just doesn't feel right yet.
Hello.
I'm still pretty raw from the breakup with Destiny 2. It's Overwatch before it became solely a cash grab. I take umbrage with that. Not because Overwatch became a cash grab. It's the fact that the disrespect for the asylum that they raised me. Team Fortress 2. Everyone keeps saying like, it's Overwatch but blah. Overwatch blah. No, Overwatch is Team Fortress 2 but blah. Okay? It's TF2 but blah. Marvel Rivals, I don't know anything about the gameplay, but it's all of those games, all of those like hero shooter whatevers. It all started from TF2, let me tell you. I'm probably wrong on that. There was probably something else that was more significant before that, so. Did you hear about the source code for TF2 getting released to the fans? On purpose or by leak? Because I've heard of it being leaked before. I'll help you with the wilds if you want. 'Tis fun, but it's also very fair. Wait, what? Wait, wilds? Oh, Monster Hunter? Is that what it's Monster Hunter Wilds, right? I can't keep track. There's too many Monster Hunters. There's too many monsters to hunt. There's Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Odyssey, Monster Hunter and Luigi Inside Story. I can't keep track of them all. On a completely different game style, Repo has legitimately has me laugh or cry laughing. Is that the game that? What is that game? Let's find out. What is Repo? Repo game. Is this a bad thing to search? Okay, Repo on Steam. Oh, is this a spooky? Oh, this looks spooky. Oh, this is 100% by the people who made Bug Snacks, isn't it? Like, there's no way it's not made by the people who made Bug Snacks. I assume. Nope, I'm wrong. Who made Bug Snacks? Who made Bug Snacks? Large text. Young Horses made Bug Snacks. Y'all ever play Bug Snacks? Game is whack. Game is weird. Game is whack and weird whack. It's pretty good though. It's a good game. It's just whack. First-person action adventure in which players traverse the mysterious Snacktooth Island to find clues regarding the disappearance of a missing explorer. The core gameplay revolves around finding and capturing different species of bug snacks, the half-bug, half-snack creatures that inhabit the island. The game launched with 100 bug snack recipes available for capture, each of which can be found in one of 8 biomes during different times of day. So you basically just like walked around this like island and tried to capture these like animal things that if you eat them, your body would turn into partially turn into that thing. So you would like eat a strawberry and your hand would turn into a strawberry. And various animals or various like denizens around this island have eaten different amount of bug snacks and are different degrees of made out of food now. It was weird. The main thing that I took from this is one of the bug snacks that you could chase after was called, it was a burger on with legs, and it would just like run into things. And it was called Bunger. And when it walked around, it would just be like bunger, 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 bunger. And that is the main thing I took away from that game, because that is the ultimate nickname for this animal back here. He is a bunger. This right here, this is a bunger. If ever you needed a new thing to call something that isn't just the word goober, bunger. It's right there. It's amazing. It's perfect. And thank you, Bug Snacks. I know nothing else about this game. I remember nothing else about it except for bunger. So. New vocal stem unlocked. Bunger, bunger, bunger. It's pretty fun to say. I will tell you my current vocal stem, and I have previously gone on record saying that like I don't stim like while I'm sitting here twirling this pen, right? I'll be like, oh no, I don't really think I do like stims, you know, like I don't really anything like that. Anyway, it turns out I have vocal stems too, and I didn't realize that either, because my current one, if you've seen the Netflix live action One Piece show, which first of all, genuinely great. You should watch it. It's very good. The guy that plays Arlong, the way that he says Cocoa Village is the most fun thing to say. He's like, Cocoa Village. We will descend on Cocoa Village. And I will just sit there being like, Cocoa Village, like constantly. And there's a Jamaican place near me that, they've got cocoa bread. And so whenever I'm ordering that, I can't help myself. I'm like, cocoa bread. Let me see if I can find a thing of this guy. Arlong, Netflix, Cocoa Village. There's got to be... Maybe this will have the thing.
Arlong did this.
Where is he?
Why?
To punish the villagers.
Okay, well, I don't think he's going to be saying Cocoa Village in this. But if I can find the voice clip of it, oh, it would be very good. I cannot help myself at this point. It's the only thing that's going through my head, like 24/7. Ruth the Rubber Ducky says, I have noise canceling headphones because my husband's vocal stem is whistling. I like whistling, but I could see how it would get very annoying. Epic failure, let me do your hydrate. I saw that roll in, but I was in the middle of talking about Cocoa Village. He's great though. And that whole show is very good. They did an actually commendable job of portraying, one, any anime in live action, and two, specifically that anime. Let's see. I don't do stim into stimming intensifies is a true combo. Look, I also didn't think I had ADHD for 30
some odd years of my life. So, can we get a redeemable of Coco Village? Yes. Once I remember to do anything. I meant to do a lot more redeemable setup before this stream, and then I forgot. And that's because I forgot. But I really want to add a sound to the hydrate redemption, and then add a handful of more redeems, just so that y'all have more ways to yell at me while I'm streaming. But we'll see. Coco Village redeemable. All right, let me write that down. Things people want as redeems.
Praise
Coco Village. and hydrate. Coming soon, more ways to yell at Dev. It's important. You need to have variety in the offering, right? If you're going to be yelling at me, you should have the options to properly yell at me for whatever needs to be yelled at that time. For example, let's say that I was hungry and I wanted to have a little bit of a snack, perhaps a beef stick. I could be eating this and y'all could, you know.
Beef.
That's rough, buddy.
Beef.
Beef. Hey, yo.
Beef.
Father Hell.
Amazing.
Beef. You dingus.
Beef.
That's rough, buddy.
Praise.
So there you go. So this is what streaming is in 2025, huh? Beef.
Propaganda to me.
I need to do a thing where it can like change the pitch up and down ever so slightly, so that if a bunch of people redeems it, it just sounds like a choir of like beef. Where's the beef? Chat is clicker trained to yell beef.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda to me.
Yeah, fun little factoid in video games. You know how video games have sound these days? To help create the illusion that you're not just hearing the same sound effect over and over again, they will slightly pitch the sounds like up and down just a tiny little bit as a way to just make it sound like multiple versions of the same sound effect. And they'll usually just process it at random. But it's a shockingly effective trick. Like in game development, if you're like making a little game and you've just got like one sound effect, even if it's just like a footstep or something, instead of needing like 5 more sound effects, you can just pitch it up and down by like 10% at random. I got beef stick in my... Here, look at the dog for a second. Don't look at me. I got... that's obsidian. That's not the dog.
Beef.
Coco Village. Don't look at me.
Beef.
Beef teeth. Yep. I think I got it.
Beef. Amazing.
I should have floss out here, huh? That'd be good. Floss your teeth, by the way. I know dentists tell you to do that. Don't floss your teeth if a dentist tells you. Because they're sponsored by big teeth. And fuck that. But I'm telling you to floss your teeth. And you can trust me.
Sounds like
because I'm an independent teeth inspector, you know? And so you can trust my opinion here. Big teeth propaganda, yeah. But you floss first.
Propaganda to me.
Don't be out here flossing after you brush. You floss before you brush. It's unintuitive, but it's floss, brush, rinse. Aight? Cool. Glad we can come to an agreement. Water flossers are goated. I've always wanted to try a water flosser, and the main reason that I'm not getting right now, or the main reason that I'm not getting one right now, is I keep getting ads that are like,
use this water flosser to dislodge your tonsil stones. And I'm like, that is, I didn't need this in my life, actually. I did not need this to be a thing that I've seen now. So if we could stop that, that would be good. Water floss all day. Okay, maybe I should look into that. I do have an ear spritzer. So I've got the ear scrapey, right? Which is like every doctor on planet Earth will say, don't use the ear scrapey. And like every medically conscious person will be like, don't get the ear scrapey thingy. Like, don't get the thing that's got the camera with the ear scraper, because you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna pierce your eardrum. I'm not going to give medical advice one way or another, but I am using it, and I'm cautious and aware that I don't want to puncture my eardrum, and I have not had anything but success with improving my comfort. So I have one of those scrapey thingies, but I also have a spritzer bottle. It's got like a little bucket that has a cutout for your ear, and then you put the bucket here, and you got this like thing that it's got like different speeds, and you spray it directly into your ear, and it just dislodges all the gunk in there, and it rolls out into the bucket. It's gross. It produces a lot of discharge, and it is very satisfying. If you're the kind of person who gets gunked up in the old ear sockets, I highly recommend. And I am one of those people. I hate it. I hate it so much. But my ears get clogged so easily, and I hate it. It is gross, but it feels so much better. I remember going into the doctor once because it was so impacted, and when they cleaned it out and I could actually hear again, it was so loud that it was like uncomfortable. Like I had not been able to hear clearly for like a week, and they finally got it clear, and it was like, oh my god, my brain needs to like adjust back down the volume, because it must have been like enhancing to make sense of everything, and struggling with that for a week. And so by the time that it got out and everything was clear, it was like, oh, this is way too much information. Low pass filtered. Shay says, I was told your ears should be self-cleaning. I, again, am not a doctor, and I'm not going to say that you should listen to me over a doctor, because you should listen to a doctor. But what my doctors have told me, and what doctors on the internet have told me, is that ears are self-cleaning, and that the skin in your ear is basically like a conveyor belt that grows outwards, and that's how your ear keeps the substances out. I've seen no evidence of this. Bye-bye, typical brunette. I enjoy your bodily substances discussion. Look, sometimes bodies have substances. Bodies are weird. Yeah, they are. They really, really are. We're just walking onions. We're just walking sacks of liquids and bones, calcium, marrow, even. Q-tips don't put in the ear. Me putting it all up in there. Q-tips, I will say, I'm now on team fuck Q-tips, right? Because I was on team ignore advice not to use Q-tips for a long time, and I use them plenty, but I found that they do tend to just push it in more than get it out, or at least they run the risk of doing that. I switched to like I said, like the thing that has like a little camera that connects to your phone, so you can like see exactly where you're going for. And I can like see a clump and get rid of it. But I'm gonna stop talking about this now, because it's also very gross for me. Tell you what though, the nastiest thing, AirPods. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how people are just so casually okay with it. How people are so casually okay with pulling these things out, and they're just like, and then they put them in a little case, and then, like, I have them, but do not put in-ear, or I do not do any in-ear things. Yeah, I, for the longest time, would not use earbuds. I have AirPods now, mostly for when I need them for convenience, and I deal with that. But I got memory foam, like soft tips for them. So they come with like silicone tips, and I got a memory foam tip. So it actually like you squeeze it and then put it in your ear and then it expands back out. And so that actually keeps it in your ear. Because my problem has always been that it just falls out of my ears. So that helps. I'm able to actually like wear them on like a treadmill or whatever. But largely I prefer over-ear headphones like a ton. Like these are the ones I keep at my desk. And yeah, like these are my favorite headphones by a huge margin. I have the AirPod Maxes too. AirPods Max? It's like Attorneys General. I hate it so much. But they're pretty good. Over-the-ear headphones or the boom. 5 big booms. Hello, Emo Kawaii Chibi. What's up? Many categories there. I used to wear earpods every night when I worked overnight, and those things got hella gross. Never again. Yeah, I will say, the bone conduction headphones, those are pretty cool too. Those are nice. Especially if you're like a person who wants to be able to hear, if you just want to like listen to an audiobook or a podcast or something, but you want to not completely tune out the entire world. Say you're like going for a run or something, and you need to be able to hear if there's like a car coming. The bone conduction headphones are really cool. Or the kinds that are like, they go over your ear, but then they sit sort of like recessed from your ear. Yeah, it's neat. Bone conduction headphones for swimming? Oh, damn. I didn't know that was a thing. You can do bone conduction headphones while swimming? That's so rad. That's so cool. Yeah, they're really neat. They're really neat. If you haven't seen these before, let me see. Bone conduction headphones. Let's see. Shocks is what I had, so I will just go there. This is not sponsored. Yeah, I had this pair. They're just like, they just kind of like loop over your ear, and the little thingies vibrate, and it vibrates up against the bone that's next to your ear, but it's so subtle you don't feel anything, and you just hear sound. So it's like you're just wearing headphones, but there's nothing going into your ear hole, and there's nothing blocking your ear hole. It's just like wearing a pair of reverse glasses, basically. Some of them have tiny little speakers for like to try to add some bass, and that will like fire back into your ear. But the majority of it goes through, like the most of the mids and highs just go through your bone. Is that audibly clear? Yeah, perfectly clear. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest sound quality. Don't expect it to be like a mind-blowing sound quality, but it is silent to everyone else except for you, because it's just vibrating your cranium, and it is effective enough that you're able to listen to even like, you know, most music, even if there's sound around you. So they don't get incredibly loud, and they don't have incredible clarity or incredible depth, but every other aspect of them in terms of comfort, form factor, versatility, not plugging up your ears, being waterproof, sweatproof, all that stuff. Apparently being able to swim with them on, that it wins from that. And they're basically like wearing nothing, so you can wear them all day. And just, you can forget that they're on, because again, they don't block your ears. So you can just have them on and forget they exist. I actually have a few friends who do that, and for a while I was doing that and just having it ambiently play just like white noise constantly, just to help calm my brain down before I was on medication. How many money though? This pair is their advanced pair, and it's $180, it looks like. But let's see, compare/spec. Almost dropped the pen. We saved it at the last second. Well done, me. Okay, yeah, so they've got a dedicated swimming one. It looks like all these pros are 180s. Is there what is Open Fit Air? Okay, they've got like separate things. 130. Oh, they have like comms one? Oh, it's got a little boom mic. Oh, that's neat. Anyway, this is literally just one brand. Like, this is not representative of the entire landscape of open air headphones. They can go. I've seen them in the like 50 to 80 range, but I don't know. I have Shocks and they're amazing. I also have Shocks and I love them. Yeah, I can definitely say that they're good, but Shocks Aeropex. Shocks Aeropex. What's this? What's this? What's this? That's not. This is not what you said. This is not the thing. This is not what you said. But I didn't want to click the first link because it was Amazon. But we'll do that. Aeropex, open ear, something. Conduction headphones, Blue Eclipse. A Blue Eclipse. My goodness. Cool. Breaky on standby? Wait, who are we breaking? Wait, what? Breaky? Do you produce music? I guess I'll talk about this. I need to figure out what I want to do in terms of talk about like announcing this, but we'll see. Nervous Spicy, I see you have a question about the books thing. I will get to that in a second. I'm gonna tackle this other thing first. So go right back. I could just stick on the Obsidian tab. I recently released a thing. The Hype Train Event Horizon Edition. So this is a album. I used to do DJing, and I used to specifically do a lot of like dance and mashup music. I just loved doing mashups with a mixing deck that I had. So this is an album that I made back in 2013. Yeah, and I am still pretty happy with it. Like, it's not a great album, but it's fun. And I basically found the original album, and I took I found a bunch of other mixes and demos and like half-finished stuff that I did, compiled them all into an anniversary edition, basically, and just released this like a few days ago. So this is a like free to download. Let me actually put the link in chat for anybody who wants to grab it. It's completely free to download. Just go here and click download. It is 23 songs, and all of them are live recorded mashups from 2013, 2014-ish. So the songs are all going to be from around there. And yeah, if you go to the site, it has the track listing as well as commentary for each track, just sort of like me saying a little bit about each track and then saying like what artists are in that track, like what I sampled in that track. I will say there's a few fun stories on here. For example, track 8, Hyper Acceleration, a reprise. It was I didn't intend for this track to be on this album. It was a dare. It was a bet from a friend of mine while we were relatively intoxicated. And specifically, this friend of mine was a girl I had a crush on, and so I wanted to impress. And so, like she made essentially a bet that I couldn't make a mashup that had every other song from the album in it. And I was like, "Fuck you, I can." So I went to it and did like one take. It was the stars aligned, and I made this track. It includes almost every single song that is otherwise found in the album. And it was recorded on a whim with no pre-planning, and it's one of the best songs on the album. And so it's just like, I'm never going to be able to replicate this, ever. Never, ever, ever. But yeah. And then, which one? Yes. Track 9, featuring the Chemical Brothers, Ace of Base, and Chip the Ripper. So this is the like longest pedigree of a given track that I can think of that I've made, where I was interning at Google at the time in like 2011, and I made a really silly mashup that was Ace of Base mashed up with Interior Crocodile Alligator. And if you don't know that song, if you don't know that bit of internet history, Interior Crocodile Alligator. If you don't know this bit of internet history, I'm about to change your life. Here we go. Oh, shut up.
She talks about
ads.
since we saved hundreds by bundling our home
Shut
and
up,
auto
ads.
insurance.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Chip the Ripper. S-L-A-B. Y'all know who it is.
This is exclusive right here. Street Stars Radio.
Yeah. Hey. Now, baby, I'm the Ripper, your baby daddy's worst nightmare. Catch me by declare, I'll be right there. Niggas copy everything we say. Louis frames, eyes lower than my GPA. Riding and swerving, Kush, I'm blow. Doze wide, my trunk bump like Eddie Roll. I don't cake hoes, I never tip the stripper. I'm rich, bitch, but you can call me Cheap the Ripper. Shell toes, yes. PRPS, there's a man riding a horse on top of my chest. Polo fresh, I am Z-Man. I'll be slam dunking Tangeray shots with LeBron. Told niggas keep it Carmelo, okay? Rolled past Dave, told him hello and hey. Me and Cash and something old on 23's hold back window. Save Mama Mel Beach show. Skateboarders grind.
Genuinely amazing freestyle.
That's why you can catch me in DC shoes. I quit the team, but believe I'm ballin'. Want a verse, put up a stack of quit callin'. 30s on my Chevrolet, call me super duper. Garage like roots, I got more whips than Kucha. Riviera sitting on the Bulls' best hooper. Y'all still riding 20s, y'all some Oompa Loompas. Don't swing on niggas, they got bad behavior. My 415s woke up the neighbors. Interior Crocodile Alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. And so, yeah. It's that mashed up with I Saw the Sign by Ace of Base. And I made that mashup way back when I was interning at Google. And Google had an internal short link system called Go Links. Drop my pen. That's the first one. Pen drop count 1. So Google had an internal short link system called Go Links, and you could type in go/something to get somewhere. And so I made a Go link that was go/brighten my day. And if you went to that, it just pulled up that mashup and started playing it automatically. And we started like sending that out in email blasts. And it got a shocking number of views during my time there. Anyway, I then re-recorded it, like kind of like tweaked it a bit, made it a part of this album. Anything else that is fun to talk about? This is one of like a million mashups that I've done with Gwen Stefani's "Holla Back Girl." That kind of became a meme of just making more and more mashups of that song. And yeah, that's kind of it. Although I did realize, I think I forgot to actually include this one in the album, so I need to go back and fix it. So if you've downloaded this already, you might have an incomplete version of it, but that's okay. This shit is bananas. So there was a question that I said I was going to get to, and I want to make sure I got to it. Neurospicy says, while we're on the subject of tech, does the books help you manage your ADHD? I'm asking my employer about ordering one for work tomorrow. Basically have to pitch it. So I actually, hold on one sec. Hello. I have with me my Backety Packety, which has the Bookity Wookity in it. And I'm never going to say that again. Hello. So this is what is being discussed. This is actually I have a referral code for these guys. I believe.
Hey yo.
Let me make sure that I didn't just lie to you. I think this should be nope. Hold on. One moment, please.
Hello.
Okay, hold on. I need to. This is gonna piss me off. I will get back to this discussion in one moment. I just need to find this thing and make sure this works, because I put in so much work to get this freaking link. Affiliate links. Did I not? God damn it. Books. Affiliate link? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'll find it later. I have an affiliate link for this company. I'll post it in Discord later. This is a thing by a company called Books, Boox. This is the Books Go 10.3. It is an e-ink tablet, and it runs a full Android install, but it is like a heavily modified Android to make working with like e-ink screen better. So let me show you. Like this is like sort of like the home app, which is like a notes app, and like I just have the pen that I'm constantly twirling is a capacitive pen, like a Wacom tablet pen that just writes on this, and it's really instantaneous. It really does feel like you're just writing on paper, which is sick. And you get a bunch of different like pen types. So I can do like a highlighter, which does like a big stroke like that, or a fountain pen option, which does like more dynamic stuff as you move around. But again, I just deleted everything. If you do like scratching through something, it deletes the thing that you scratch through. So if I do like hi like that, I can then be like, fuck that. Fuck that. There we go. It goes away. Also, this pen does have a digital eraser, so I can also just do that and it goes away. So it's neat. It is, like I said, like a full Android install, so it also has access to the Play Store, so you can install any app from the Play Store, which is rad. So I have Obsidian on this, and I've paired a Bluetooth keyboard to this, and so I'll use this to do like distraction-free writing by just like writing in Obsidian on this with a keyboard. It supports anything that Android does, so keyboard and mouse works perfectly fine. I have a terminal installed on this. I can use this as a like tiny SSH terminal, right? Play Balatro on it. I tried to install Balatro. Balatro can't be installed for some reason. I think it's maybe a processor thing, because right underneath Balatro, when I searched that in the Play Store, was Hearthstone, and Hearthstone could install, but it was like this. But for Balatro, it was like, this is not compatible with your device. But yeah, so it is distraction free. It helps, I otherwise have a trillion notebooks, and so this is just all of my notebooks in one. What I've been doing mostly for it recently is I make a notebook for each month. And so like each month I like more or less like one page a day, and then like if I need more pages I use them, but I make a notebook for each month, and at the end of the month I make a new notebook. And you can, since it's all digital, you can just move pages between notebooks. You can also tag pages, and you can also link to pages directly with a link that you can just like tap with your finger, and it takes you to another page in another notebook. So I can like link back to things to reference them. I can like make, and you can upload any kind of PDF you want to this as a template, all sorts of stuff. Really flexible. It is a direct competitor to the Remarkable, if you've heard of the Remarkable tablet. And I genuinely think it is a much better option than a Remarkable tablet. Remarkable looks just like this. Like this one in particular was built to look just like a Remarkable tablet and compete with a Remarkable tablet. But Remarkable is running a custom operating system, and it's very limited in what you can do. So like you can't like on a Remarkable, all you have is the ability to write, and like you can sideload PDFs onto it and like annotate them. But with this, like, it also has a whole bookstore and like all sorts of stuff. What's it called again? It's the Books Go 10.3. Let me get a link in here real quick. Here is the company's website. They also have a like cell phone style thing called the Books Palma. That is, it's like, it's the same thing, but in the form factor of a phone, but it's not a phone. Like it doesn't have a cellular radio, but it is the same form factor as a phone. So like if you've ever thought like, I wish I had a phone-like device that can do anything an Android phone can do, but I want it to be an e-ink screen, that exists, and it's quite good. And because this is e-ink, like this thing is on 88% battery. It was on. Like it's so bizarre, right? Like right now it's locked, right? But if I unlock it, like it's there, like it's on technically, but this is not using energy. So it can just be on next to your desk for a day and you'll lose like 2% battery. The vast majority of battery use on this that I see is from like internet use for like syncing and whatnot. So I'll just like turn off the Wi-Fi on this device and get like 2 weeks of battery life from using it all day, every day. It took me a long time to get comfortable with that. Like it took me a long time to be okay with the idea of a tablet sitting unlocked at my side for 8+ hours with like a static image on it. But that's perfectly fine. That's what e-ink does. That's explicitly what it's for. So yeah. Have you used it with OneDrive? I have not, because I don't use OneDrive, but my understanding is that OneDrive on the Books tablet is actually really, really good. There was like an update a year or so ago that made it so that like doing handwriting in OneDrive on the Books tablet is like very fluid. So yeah, but I don't use OneDrive. So I can't say personally. Hello, Michael Bartasso. What's up? What's up? I need to say hello to some other people who have followed, and I'm so sorry. The Kirkin73, Dan's Bonds, Shaye, see hey today, One More Photo, my name is Walrus, and Michael Bartasso. Thank you all so much for following. Welcome in.
Wait.
Thank you for subscribing. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll have to find the promo code link thing for books. I might know where I can find it real quick. If I can find it in less than a minute, I will do that. Because it would be nice if I'm gonna be shilling a product to get paid for shilling a product, you know? You dig? One more nope. I don't know. I'll find it later. I have a document. I have a document in my Obsidian vault titled affiliate links that just has all my affiliate links, except for that one. Apparently, I've got affiliate links I'm not using, like the condoms one. Does anybody want condoms? Anybody need condoms? I've got an affiliate link for that. And you nasties, go get a vasectomy. But if you don't get a vasectomy, use this. Let me make sure it's working. Yeah. There you go. Go do it. Those people seem actually rad. I haven't actually looked into them too deeply, but they do seem rad. They're a like sex positive, queer positive, body positive condom company, or well, like sexual health company. Use condoms anyway. You never know. I mean, yes, like use condoms when it makes sense to do so. Yes, for sure. But if you are with a partner whom you trust and know and are comfortable with not, then, you know, do what you do. But yeah, I have a handful of like affiliate links that I've set up, but haven't started pushing because I want to make sure that I'm like doing my due diligence to vet the companies first. and I haven't had the chance to go actually vet them. But cursory glance, they seem pretty sick. Getting my balls poked with a needle? Hell yeah. Go get your balls poked with a needle. It's important, and it's good, and it definitely is worth it. It's pretty funny. I saw a video recently on TikTok, and like in the comments, there was a discussion going on about vasectomies, and it would have been very funny if somebody linked my video there, but instead it was just like a natural exchange between people talking about vasectomies, and like one person was curious and asking questions, but it was all the same talking points, all the same questions that I was being asked when I made that video about vasectomies. And it's just like, man, this information is really just not out there. Like, it's like people really don't know what it's like and how simple and easy it actually is. Because like somebody said, like, how was it? And someone else said it was the easiest 5 minutes of my life. To which they were like, wait, 5 minutes? That's it? It's like, yeah. Forgot about my coffee. Oh, okay. Okay, Synthrem, I heard, or for whatever reason, I read that as forgot about my bird. Coffee. I think the BRB I parsed as bird. I need coffee too. Hello, Ren, your friend. What's up? What's up? What's up? Your videos were the first time I had any information about it, says Miss Cakes. Oh, with the vasectomy stuff. Yeah, it's surprising. It's surprising how little it's discussed. And I feel like most pop culture portrays vasectomies as a much bigger deal than they are. Like, I can think of multiple sitcom episodes where a guy gets a vasectomy and like the rest of the episode is about, haha, it's so hard to recover from having a vasectomy. Or like, you know, your balls hurt, haha. Which is just not really what it's like. Like, it did suck for a few days, kind of, but it felt as though I had a lingering sensation of having recently been kicked in the nuts. But it wasn't the direct pain, it was the dull internal ache. So it wasn't really a big deal, and like Advil fixed it, so. Almost forgot my sourdough slice on the stove. What are you doing with sourdough on the stove? Doing a little egg in a hole? Yo, egg in a hole is really good. But if you want to know a secret, this is a secret. Okay, let me back up. I have a celebrity connection. And I will forever be proud of this. But I am close personal friends. Not really that close, but I personally know Emil Stanek from the originally from Bon Appetit fame, although he's not doing that anymore, I don't think. But if you ever watch the Bon Appetit channel on YouTube, Emil was a pretty recurring character. He's a dude, and he's a longtime friend, longtime family friend. He taught me. This is directly from a guy whose whole life is food. His whole thing is making food the right way and like experiencing all that food can deliver. So if you want to optimize your egg in a hole, first of all, does anybody here not know what an egg in a hole is? Let me pull this up. This is important. This is very important. Egg in a hole. So this is an egg in a hole. It's where you have your bread, you cut a hole in it, put an egg in that hole, right? And then you cook it, and that's an egg in a hole, right? If you want to cook it properly, you gotta sing the egg in a hole song while you're making egg in a hole. Okay? And I'm gonna teach you. This is important. So write this down with your mind. If you want to properly make an egg in a hole, while you're cooking the egg in a hole, you have to be singing the egg in a hole song. Here's how the egg in a hole song goes. Egg in a hole, it's an egg in a hole. And you just sing that over and over again. And if you do that, if you say those magic words, That's how you make the best possible egg in a hole. So now you know the secret as well, and now you can pass that on to friends, family, loved ones, great grandchildren, and you can thank me for that. And you're gonna have better eggs in a hole, more eggs and more holes. That's what I'm saying. AKA hole in one or eggy in a basket. Says Cat Supernova. I've never heard of eggy in a basket, but that sounds discerningly British. Eggy in a basket, that sounds like it's very British. Ari Sharky says, speaking of food, recently made Dev's sausage gravy. It was super simple and great. Hell yeah. Thank you, Ari. Thank you for validating me, because my sausage gravy recipe kicks ass and is so easy, and y'all should do it. Here I was thinking the waffle song was good, but Dev blow me out of the water. Yeah. No one's ever ready for the egg in a hole song, but it really does improve the whole experience. Butter and olive oil. God, I love a good olive oil. A good spicy olive oil. Oh my God. Whoo. Flavored olive oils. The whole experience. We're all about the whole here. We're all about making sure that the whole experience is great. Praise. Did you sing yeah when making do you sing yeah toast when making toast? I do not sing anything for toast. Oh no. Oh no, I haven't been singing for toast. Fuck. Is toast gonna hate me? That's unfortunate. There's flavored olive oil. Oh yeah. You can get flavored olive oils and they're really good. Usually it's just like spiced or something. Like I've got one that's like a chili olive oil. Very, very, very good. Oh, another hot tip for frying eggs. If you are of the class of Americans who can afford eggs, or if you live in a country with a functioning economy, here is a hot tip. Cook your eggs in chili crisp. If you're gonna make a fried egg, fry it in chili crisp. Egg fried in chili crisp. It is divine. Yeah, look at this shit. Oh man. Oh my God. Would you look at that? And, oh my God. Literally just put chili crisp onto the pan. Like it has oil in it. So you just use that as your like oil, and then just crack an egg on top of it and just cook it like that. It is so good. It is so good. You can eat it straight up like that, or you can put it over some rice. Amazing. I've been trying to get into like rice bowl breakfast options because they're so easy. Oh, look at this millennial ass avocado toast. My goodness. If you have leftover pizza, cube it up and make pizza omelets. What? I've never even considered that. What? Oof. Ooh. Oh! I want this breakfast. Look at that bread. Look at this bread. Oh my goodness. We're all learning a lot here today. This may have changed my life. That's brilliant. It's so easy and it's so good. Yeah, I've been trying to do like rice bowl breakfasts and it's not going great because I keep not doing that. I keep just having toast instead. At this rate, I'm going to need second breakfast. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 12:18. United States Eastern Standard Time. Asked and answered. Thank you, clocks. Let's see what happened. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. There was a thing that I meant to talk about, and then I got distracted for an hour and 19 minutes. The not State of the Union happened. It was not a State of the Union, but it was a State of the Union. So I'm not gonna talk about everything that was said because basically every single thing that the barely alive corpse of Donald Trump said at the stand was a lie. Just that his mouth was moving and therefore he was lying. But it was like egregious, really like big escalations of just all of his main talking points that probably go over just fine when he's in a room full of people who won't dare to say no to him or his supporters or whatever. But to broadcast on national television is bizarre. Thankfully, no one gives a shit. Here's the truth about the State of the Union. Nobody gives the remotest damn. And the only reason that I was even watching it was to monitor if it was going to be a like, oh, this is turning into an impromptu like announcement. I was concerned about him announcing that they were going to like pull out of NATO or something, and that would be when it happened. That's not what happened, and instead it was just very boring, which is better than I thought it was going to be, which is good. And the Democrats did absolutely fuck all. I mean, Al Green stood up and shook his cane, which was cool. And then nothing else happened. And now they're censuring Al Green. And some Democrat, I think 10 Democrats, voted in agreement to censure Al Green because he stood up and shook his cane at Trump and said, you don't have a mandate to cut healthcare. And so that is where the Democrats are, is censuring their own party for standing up against the authoritarian dictator. And otherwise, some of the white women wore pink, and some of the other ones held up little signs that said false. And that's about it. That's about it. They were like, we're going to go sit in this chamber and look mad. The only good clip that I saw from it was a clip of Elizabeth Warren disinterestedly scrolling on her phone. Like, Trump is talking and the camera cuts to her and she's just like scrolling on her phone. That was kind of funny and kind of a good dig, like I don't care what you have to say. But the people who are all like sitting there staring intently being like, no, he's lying. Like, yeah, dog, we know. That's what he does. How about one of you does something? I don't know. They could have completely disrupted it, right? Like, they could have prevented him. If they just said, okay, all of the Democrats, all of the sitting Dems are going to go to the State of the Union, and what we're going to do is whenever he hits one of his big stupid talking points, one of us, we've got a predesignated order. One of us is going to stand up and start yelling and disrupt, one at a time, so that it just takes forever to get through this. Run the clock out. He was up there for 2 hours. If you had pushed him any further, the man was falling over. Make him fall over completely, or make him get too frustrated to finish his stupid speech. Just don't let him talk. What do you have to lose? You have literally no power in any of the you have no official power in any of the houses of government. What could you lose by trying something more direct? You have everything to gain. It's madness. It is madness. The current leadership of the Democrat Party is absolutely feckless and has no idea what they're doing. Like, they've proven that. And if what they're trying to do is just maintain this, they're not even good at that. Like, if we take the cynical approach, which I often take with Democrats, if we take the cynical approach to Democrats of like, oh, they're controlled opposition, the reason they're not doing anything is because this is what they want, and they are they're just as bad or whatever. Even if that's the case, they're bad at this because they're still just getting rolled, absolutely rolled, and they will never have anything to stand on if they don't change. Hakeem Jeffries has been like the biggest fucking loser ever. Oh, bye, Flynn. Dog's on the move. Oh, and he's in the bed. He in the bed. There we go. Yeah. So it's just really, really disappointing how fucking shit these people are with all of this. And they just don't listen. They're not listening to anyone who's like, hey, we actively want you to do something. We actively want you to make change. We actively want you to yell, to scream, to break the rules, to make their lives hell. Because that's what they're doing to your constituents. Wearing pink isn't anything. It's nothing. It's an insult. I've seen stronger protests in like kindergarten classrooms. Speaking of feckless, Newsom agreed with Charlie Kirk on fucking trans issues on his own podcast. So that's great. Wait, Newsom has a podcast, or Charlie Kirk has a podcast that Newsom was on? And Newsom, I don't know the details, so I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. I have no opinion of Gavin Newsom. I don't really think about him. I know he's the obvious front runner for like the next presidential race, and he's a pretty white man, so he'll probably do pretty well. That's all I really know about him. I know there's a lot of people who really hate him on the left and right. Stop giving sub-mediocre white men microphones. All right.
Praise.
I'm done with the gag. It was a good bit. It was a good bit, but I'm done. You're at least mediocre. I meet the bar. The bar is in hell. The bar is beyond in hell. The bar is in the 8th layer of hell, and we haven't discovered that one yet. Dev comparing himself to Charlie Kirk hurts my heart.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda to me.
So Charlie Kirk is more successful of a content creator than me, right? That's a fact, right? He makes bank off of his grift, right? And his grift happens to be a grift in the space of content creation. I'm not saying it makes him a better person, but in terms of what I'm in the same space as him, right? I have no interest in anything about that guy. I have no interest in engaging with any of the right-wing chuds. I'm not a debate bro. You'll never catch me doing debate bro shit. But it, like, in terms of impact, there's no denying his impact. Just being honest with myself, I guess. But I'm not saying that means that he's important or better than me. Like, the world would be better if he was gone, for sure. Do you want those fans? No. I want to be really clear. I'm not saying that I want his position, that I want anything to do with anything like that. I'm saying I don't think it's a ridiculous comparison to make, because we are in a similar space. Only his approach is be the worst. My approach is fluffy dog. So I think I'm doing a better job. In terms of who's a better person, it's me. But that's because I'm the best. I need... Huh. There is that hydrate. Thank you. That was overdue. Charlie Kirk is the Zodiac killer. No, that's Ted Cruz. That is 100% Ted Cruz. Sammy Marie says, I'm glad I have no clue who that is. You probably have seen him. He's pretty unmistakable in terms of just like being plastered all over the internet, usually as a meme, because he's the kind of person whose face is too small for his face. You know, like his actual face doesn't look like it fits the canvas, as it were. And so very frequently people will just ever so slightly Photoshop his face to be a little smaller so that you can't tell if it's a real picture of him or not, or if it's edited or not. And that just makes it even funnier. Hello, Cover of Ash. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I still love the trend of someone going in and shrinking his face on Wikipedia. Yeah, like you he does bring some good to the world through that. Charlie Kirk, small face. I don't know why I did that. Images. really good. Okay, I think I've gotten all the... Oh, man. Now do Matt Gaetz and Beavis Butthead. I don't want to put Matt Gaetz. I was iffy on putting the guy that I just had on, whose name I already don't care about, Charlie Kirk. I was iffy about putting him on my screen. I'm not putting Matt Gaetz on my stream. I'm sure Charlie Kirk has plenty of skeletons in his closet, but Matt Gaetz is a straight up pedophile. So if we could get him in some jails, that would be good. Just if we could find a few jails and put him in it. I never imagined the apocalypse would include literal comic level villains. That's the problem, is they're not. These people, okay, I know what you're saying, and I'm not yelling at you, but I'm gonna yell at you. Don't do that. Don't legitimize these fucking people, because they suck so badly and they're not good at it. They just can't lose, because the system that they're in prevents them from losing. They've already won by virtue of having been born into the situations that they've been born into, right? They didn't do anything to be here, and it's only gotten more in their favor since they've been alive, and no one has stopped them. And this country, the United States of America, is a country that does not jail former leaders. We don't. We deify them. We look at our founding fathers as if they are gods, as if they are infallible. And because of that, we can never touch a former president, because doing so would disgrace the country, because it's essentially a religion. We didn't actually do anything about Nixon. He got pardoned, and that set the precedent that we can't go after the president. And so we are a country that doesn't have the guts to hold itself accountable. And because of that, we have thoroughly empowered the people who should have their body relieved of a few pounds of weight above their shoulders. Instead, they're holding all of us hostage by way of egg prices, and we're all fucked. But these people are not even supervillains. They're just assholes who have more money than they can do anything with, and no plan aside from continue to do that. They're not smart. They don't have like an incredible plan and a doomsday device. They've got a fallout bunker in Hawaii and bad haircuts and a ketamine addiction. If they were clever, if they were interesting, that would be cool. Well, not cool, but at least it would be interesting. But instead, they're just asshats and dumbasses who are just trying to send various things into space, most recently Katy Perry. So like I know that people like to talk about whatever conspiracies and psyops and talk about like, oh, this season of America, you know, they're getting too predictable. The writers should really come up with something. It's just all so boring is the problem. It's all so boring. And the boring is how they win. Like the conspiracies are the boring stuff. The actual conspiracies. The fun conspiracy theories are not real. The actual conspiracies are boring as hell and hidden in spreadsheets. And no one's gonna look at spreadsheets. So that's how we get here. Pretty sure Elon has a tactically deployable suite that injects him with the K. I have not seen clips of him not obviously high in a long time. Dude's gonna OD. And I feel very neutrally about that. And by that, I mean, I feel a way I probably shouldn't say about that. Jay says, I'm ashamed to be an American where I know I'm not free. I won't forget the men who died and sold this oligarchy to me. That works. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I had to play it back in my head with the tune, but it works. His new haircut is saying the quiet part out loud as usual. What is it? Hitler? Hitler cut? Please don't bed Musty. Oh no. Wait, no. What? He had another kid recently, or it came out that he had another kid.
Like another one. Like as of this week or last week. Because there was one 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And then as of this week, another one. So that's pretty wild. His trans daughter, who he refuses to acknowledge, she has posted a few times a repeated joke now where it's like, if I had a nickel for every time that I found out through the internet that I have a new cousin, I'd have, you know, however many nickels. And she just keeps incrementing how many nickels it is. Vivian is amazing. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, like Elon Musk goes up on stage and says, like, my son is dead when referring to his, which would be based as fuck if he meant it to be based as fuck. But instead, he means it as in, like, you're dead to me. There's no way I'll ever accept who you are. I don't feel like a parent should be like, oh, my kid is trans. Well, the kid that I used to have is dead, and this is a different kid. Like, I know that's not how it works, but if he at least meant it that way. It's almost like that Onion article, no way to prevent this, says only nation where it's completely preventable, or where it happens repeatedly. Yeah. God. Anyway, pull up. We're going to pull up now. We're going to pull up. We're pulling up. That was the sound of us pulling up. Y'all want to see some stuff? Some behind the scenes stuff about Proscenium? Does that sound like a good way to pull up? Open, wait, cancel. No, set up, Proscenium, create. Okay. Start. Oh no. Okay, wait. I have to sync this new vault. Please hold while syncing occurs. Turn on plugins. Okay, sync everything. Sync all of the files. All of them ever. Fuck, that's the wrong vault. Oh god. Oh no. This is the vault that I wanted. Create. Wait, vault already exists? Oh, no, I'm amazing. Okay, I'm good. That was the vault that I wanted. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, shit. Coco Village. I need to change which obsidian it's gonna show you. So let's go to this. We'll go here. There. Okay. Let me bump up the font for you so you can see that. Appearance, font size, up. Big up. Okay, so actually, more font size, just a little more. There, now you can see it. So this is the work in progress Great Spires playbill. So let me back up a lot and say, do I have web viewer on this? Let me turn that on real quick. Web viewer. Okay. Open web viewer. So if we go to proscenium.game. So I am designing a tabletop role-playing game. Hello, Cactus Bear. I'm designing a tabletop role-playing game called Proscenium. And Proscenium is designed to be a easy to learn, easy to run, like very, very easy to get started game that can tell any kind of story. So there's a default setting for this system, and it's going to come with like a default, like a full default world. But it's also going to very thoroughly support homebrew content. And what's very important about what I'm about to show you is that second part, is the homebrew part. So as I'm building this game, I'm building the actual like tabletop role-playing game like rule set, but I'm also building an app that will let you play the game, design your character, and even edit and create your own content for it. The way that works is through things called playbills. So playbills are like content bundles for Proscenium. And they can contain as much or as little content as you want. You can have an entire playbill that contains the whole of your custom world with all of your items, all of your custom species, all of your custom lore entries, all of your everything can be packaged into one playbill, and then someone can just load that up into their app and use that to play. So it's like you can think of it like a cartridge for
settings and content to play in Proscenium. And to make sure that homebrew is thoroughly supported, I am building the core game using the same format that homebrew content will use. So anything the base game can do, homebrew content can do as well. So it's essentially like building it to be modded from the start. So what we're looking at here is the current revision of the playbill for the core setting. And it's still really early on, but I'm maintaining it in an Obsidian vault because of course I am. And the way it works is I've got all these files. Each file is like a part of the playbill. It's a thing, right? I've got like lore entries. So like here's the lore entry about ancients, which are a concept in the world. Here's a lore entry about the world itself. It's got like an image and just descriptions of the world. But then I've also got stuff like rule descriptions. So like here's a rule that describes rest. All of these are just markdown files with like metadata and whatnot. There's also purely metadata files for things like abilities and stuff. But here, for example, I have a file called rest. And I've got some properties saying I'm defining a rule. So it says define rule. The ID is PCR:rest. PCR is Proscenium core rules. Name rest. And then this is the description of rest. So that's how like a custom playbill will be able to define additional rules, and they can actually even overrule existing rules from the base game. So if you want to use the base game, but you want to just extend it and add a few things and remove a few things, you can overrule concepts from the base game. But then yeah, we've got species. So like here is like the boskage species and their description and everything. And at the top is all their, again, metadata. I'm defining a species. The ID is species boskage. The name is boskage. And then these are all the starting stats, like the starting bonuses. So they get 1 bonus AP, 1 bonus EP, and then these are their like starting talents. And so you can define species this way, give them their starting setup, and just write about them. Like I can still write just normal markdown, just like writing in Obsidian about this. And then there are the methods. So methods in this game are essentially skill trees, but they're collections of abilities. And so I've got a methods here. Let's say like here's the archery method. So this is all a thing called YAML. YAML is a popular like human readable data format. And you can see it's very similar, right? Define method, ID is that, name is that, and all of these things, everything that's like divided by a 3- is just like a different entry in this method. So at the top, I've got the actual method definition, and then these are all abilities. So each one of these is a different ability definition. So this is an ability called blunted arrow. This is an ability called precision pin. And it's really, really simple, right? Like it's just, it has an ID, precision pin. The name is precision pin. The type is an action. Here's the description of the ability. It costs 1 AP. You roll focus, and here are potential modifiers. And that's it. And so like all of this stuff gets then compiled. I wrote like a little thing that can compile all of these files into a single JSON file. And if I add JSON layer. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Go away. Pardon. Pardon. One moment. Are we back? We're not back. We're not back. We're not back at all. There we go. Now we're back. So, yoink. No! Why? Why are you like this? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. I'm the dumbest. Hold on. One more time. Coco Village. Do that. We back? Are we good? Can we get it now? Yes. Okay. So this is the compiled version of it. So this is what the actual playbill looks like in JSON. So it's JSON, JSON. It's just a file format that everything can use, basically. But yeah, all of these files get compiled together into one big blob of data that can then be compressed and injected into the app, basically. So that is how I'm like actually building the initial set of data that runs the actual app that I'm building to play Proscenium. And there's going to be an actual bespoke content editor. But for now, I'm just doing it all in Obsidian because a little bit easier. But yeah, the goal is that, like, you know, the game just starts, like the app loads with the default setting. But let's say that you are running a table with a completely custom world that you've built, and it has nothing to do with the base world. You would just give your players a playbill that has all of the content for your world, and they would load it up, and it would completely replace everything. You can rename everything. It gives them searchable like lore entries, so they get like their own sort of like wiki-based kind of thing for your world, as well as their character manager and all that stuff. So all of this is currently in development. It's going to take a little while to get to a really good usable point, but I'm hoping that it will support the level of flexibility that I've been wanting to see from a system like this, and haven't. So I was talking to a friend about this whole project recently, and essentially there are games like Apocalypse World and Blades in the Dark, which have spawned their own worlds of homebrew, where Apocalypse World spawned a concept called Powered by the Apocalypse, where it's a different game system that uses the Apocalypse World base, but has its own thing. With Blades in the Dark, there are games that are called Forged in the Dark that are custom game systems, but they use the base system from Blades in the Dark as their like foundation. And that's all really cool. I love those things. But what I want to build is a system that is purpose-built to facilitate making the exact kind of setting and gameplay that you want, but doesn't require any tweaks to actually be good. So like I'm building it with the forethought of, as I'm designing these things, I need to make sure they're malleable. And that is something that the community has largely had to backfill into other existing systems, but I'm trying to make it a feature of this one. So it's been a lot of work, and it has been a ton of trial and error so far to try to get things situated in a way that I feel comfortable moving forward with. But I'm really happy with the current iteration, and I am very excited about what can come in the nearish future. Deepwater, thank you so much for the resub, seeing at resubscribed for 6 months. Damn. And you've been subbed for 4 months. Thank you so much. Welcome. Well, thank you. I need water. What? Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about this. Shit, I forgot. Okay, wait. We gotta switch back. One more time. Okay. Hello. Coco Village. We've got one more thing that I wanted to talk about, which is this god-awful website. enddei.ed.gov. ED is for education, not erectile dysfunction. ed.gov. They now have an end DEI form where you can basically narc on a school for being good people. So this is for like describe in as much detail as possible the discriminatory practice taking place. The U.S. Department of Education is committed to ensuring all students have access to meaningful learning free of divisive ideologies and indoctrination. This submission form is an outlet for students, parents, teachers, and the broader community to report illegal discriminatory practices at institutions of learning. The Department of Education will utilize community submissions to identify potential areas for investigation. So essentially they're saying, report queer people here, or, report whatever. But it literally says to report illegal discriminatory practices at institutions of learning and free of divisive ideologies. So this phrase is meaningless. This is pure conjecture. This has no meaning. Like, there's no definition here. This is purely subjective. Divisive ideologies. You could so easily just report all history and say this is divisive because it's not properly representing how the history actually worked or whatever. Like, basically all American history you could say is divisive. But then they say illegal discriminatory practices. That is meaningful. That has a definition. There is a way to say this is or is not illegal discrimination. But like, this administration has no interest in giving a shit about any what words mean. Hence them constantly saying that they're finding fraud and waste all over the government, which would mean if that was true, they would be indicting people. If they found fraud in the government, they would be bringing people in front of tribunals. They would be filing indictments and arresting people. But they're not, because they haven't found fraud. They've just found things that are being spent on stuff they don't like, which is not fraud. And so again, here they're saying illegal discriminatory practices, which would mean stuff like discriminating against someone based on a protected class, not my teacher is gay, which is what they're actually looking for. So, you know, it's this website, ndei.ed.gov. If anybody here, you know, we want to be good citizens, we want to be responsible members of society. So if you see an authority figure doing some kind of illegal discriminatory practices, feel free to report them, because schools should be focused on learning, you know? And learning only happens when it is exactly as right-wing ideologues believe it to be. Otherwise, it's not really learning. So. Ben Dover LaBitch will voice an opinion. Very good. Y'all, I think I'm gonna have to call it a little early here today. As I said at the outset of this stream, I slept like a trash bag last night, and I'm pretty tired. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit of an early end here today, and yeah, I might. Nah, I don't want to say I'm gonna be on later. Yeah, I think it might be nap time. I would love to find the time to go live tomorrow as well. Keep a lookout for notifications. I would very much like to make up some time, because I actually am doing kind of okay on the like path to partner. I'm not really there, and I don't think I'm gonna be there for like several months still, but I do need to stream a little bit more than my scheduled amount of time to actually meet the requirements. So I would like to start more consistently streaming throughout the week. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope we still had a good time despite my relative sleepy. I can hydrate one more time. Beef. I'll leave y'all with one last Coco Village, just for good measure, and I'm gonna head out. All right. Hug dog. Yeah. Let me do that before I go. Actually, let me hug dog before I go. Praise. 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 Amazing. Beef. There you go. Take care and be well, y'all. I will see you when I see you, but no sooner than that. All right. Bye-bye.